3 years ago, I thought I was fit, but I was pre-diabetic and I had no idea. That was the scariest wake-up call of my life. I'm Alex, founder of InsulinJourney. Today I've got 10% body fat, endless energy and zero sugar crashes. But back then, I was stuck, tired, craving sugar, feeling broken, even though I looked healthy. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I reversed my insulin resistance with only 5 steps, backed by science, tested on myself, and guided by a doctor. What I discovered shocked me. Healthy food spiked my blood sugar levels. Alcohol ruined my sleep, and stress, it was silently wrecking my metabolism. If you feel tired after meals, gain weight easily, or wake up foggy, this video might change your life. The wake-up call. I thought I was doing everything right, working out, eating healthy, even taking supplements, but I still felt tired, foggy, low energy. I had these afternoon crashes, sugar cravings I couldn't explain, poor sleep and low drive. Luckily, I ended up working with a preventive medicine physician, and for the first time, a doctor didn't just look at the numbers, he asked me real questions about my lifestyle, how I sleep, how I feel after the meal, how stressed I am, what time I eat and what. Then I tried a continuous glucose monitor for the first time, and honestly, it was a shock for me. Foods I thought were healthy, like oatmeal or bananas, were spiking my blood sugar like crazy, and blood tests confirmed what we suspected. I had insulin resistance or pre-diabetes. That moment hit hard. Diabetes runs in my family. I knew I had to act now. I didn't need any medications, I just needed to change how I lived. Step 1. I changed the way I eat. I shifted to a low-carb, mostly Paleo-style diet. Lots of protein, good fats, fewer carbs, especially processed ones. I skipped gluten and dairy products for several months. I started testing everything I ate with a CGM monitor. Every food gave me real-time feedback. That feedback helped me build meals that actually worked for me, not against me. Step number 2. I fixed my sleep. I used to eat late and have the occasional glass of wine at night. Turns out that I was wrecking my sleep and my blood sugar the next day. So I made some changes. I started going to bed around 10 o'clock. No screens before sleep, and stopped caffeine after 2 p.m. The difference? I started waking up refreshed and my glucose was finally stable. Step 3. I moved my body with purpose. One of the most powerful things I did was start walking almost every morning, just 45 to 60 minutes, and my fasting glucose started dropping naturally. But I didn't stop here. I added strength training 2 to 3 times a week. Why? Because building muscle isn't just about how you look. It literally changes how your body processes energy. Muscle tissue is metabolically active. That means it uses glucose even when you're resting. The more lean muscle you have, the more efficient your body becomes at storing and using glucose, which improves insulin sensitivity. Studies show that resistance training increases the number of GLUT4 transporters in your muscle cells. These are the doors that help glucose enter the cell. More transporters, better glucose control. In short, muscle acts like metabolic sink. It soaks up glucose from your bloodstream and keeps everything running smoothly. So, if you're struggling with insulin resistance, gaining muscle isn't optional, it's essential. Step number 4. I cut out alcohol. Cutting alcohol was probably the hardest change emotionally, but the easiest to justify once I saw the data. One night I had just 1 glass of wine with the dinner. I thought it was harmless, but when I checked my HRV monitor the next morning, I saw something shocking. My heart rate stayed elevated and my HRV dropped dramatically, indicating that my cardiovascular system was under physical stress. My deep sleep phase almost disappeared. I was tossing and turning until around 3 o'clock, even though I felt asleep quickly. That single glass completely disrupted my recovery. And the next day, I was foggy, craving carbs, and had worse glucose control. After that, I realized alcohol isn't just empty calories, it's a stressor. And when you're trying to heal your metabolism, that matters. So I quit. No special occasions, no exceptions. And honestly, everything else got easier. Better sleep, better energy, better decisions. What do I drink instead? I keep it simple. Kombucha, great if you want something fizzy with a little tang. Just check the sugar content. Zero-calorie drinks like Zevia or sparkling water with lime, good social settings. But honestly, the best choice is always clean, high-quality water. It supports detox, digestion, and your metabolism doesn't have to work overtime to deal with it. Water became my celebration, my reward, because feeling great and waking up clear-headed beats any glass of wine. Step number 5. I took stress seriously. For years, I thought I was just handling it. Running multiple businesses, constant pressure, never really slowing down. I wore my stress like a badge of honor. But one day, I did a lab test for cortisol, just to check what was going on. When the results came, my doctor called me immediately, and I'll never forget his words. You have two options. Either you find a way to manage this, or stress is going to kill you. He was dead serious. Then he said, sell all your businesses and go meditate in Bali, or start taking stress management seriously today. That was the turning point. I didn't move to Bali, but I did something harder. I restructured my entire life around recovery and regulation. My new routine looked like this. Morning sunrise walks every day. No phone, just light, movement and silence. Meditations. Even 10-15 minutes before work changed how I responded to everything. Journaling, not just for thoughts, but to track my triggers and reset my brain. Yoga, once or twice a week to reconnect my body and breath. Sauna sessions, not for the sweat, but for the calm. Soothing music during the working time. I even started saying no more. Created space between meetings. Took real breaks. And the crazy part? Once I slowed down, everything in my body started speeding up in a good way. My glucose levels improved. My HRV jumped. I stopped craving sugar. I started sleeping deeper. And most importantly, I felt in control again. Stress isn't just a feeling, it's a hormone. And it was wrecking my system from the inside out. But once I learned to manage it, everything changed. The results. I lost 10 kilograms without crash diets or punishment workouts. My body fat dropped from 24% to 10%. My testosterone levels went up. I had stable, consistent energy throughout the day. No more crashes after lunch, no more brain fog. I started sleeping deeply, waking up early, not groggy, not dreading the alarm. Imagine setting your alarm for 5:30 in the morning and waking up 5 minutes before it, fully rested, excited to go on a sunrise walk. That's how I feel now. My mind became clear, my cravings disappeared, my mood stabilized. But what is the most important shift? I didn't just change how I look, I changed how I live. I got myself back. So what I learned, you don't have to wait for a diagnosis to take your health seriously. You don't need any miracles. You just need a method. It's not about being perfect. It's about knowing what works and sticking to it. If I did, so can you. Conclusion. I am not a doctor. I didn't take any medications. I just followed the guidance of a good one and I stayed consistent. And if I could do it, working full-time, running a business, raising a family, then trust me, you can too. This isn't about perfection. It's about awareness, structure, and taking your health into your own hands. Most people never measure, so they never understand. The CGM changed everything for me because it showed me the truth. So what do I do now? Now I help others to do the same. I turned my experience into a method. It's called the InsulinJourney method, and you will find all the info on my website. And if you're curious, I post short videos every day testing food, drinks, habits to show what actually affects your blood sugar in real life. At the core, it's simple. Eat right, sleep well, move daily, manage stress, and cut what drains you. But the details matter. Knowing what's really working and what's secretly hurting you takes data, support, and sometimes a guide. That's what I had. That's what I became. If this video gave you one insight, please like, subscribe, and share it. It helps the channel to grow and reach someone who might really need to hear this. And check the description. I've left resources, links, and next steps if you want to dive deeper. I used to feel like my body was fighting against me, like I was constantly losing energy, focus, and clarity. Now I feel light, clean, capable. I'm no longer chasing health, I'm living it. Whatever point you're starting from, it's not too late. It's all fixable, it's all reversible, and it can start today.